One pick wonders. Your best picks for NFL games. Somebody just sent a text back in. All right, Ryan said he needs a few minutes so he can join in. He's in the middle of something.
Yeah, I see it too.
Did you see his text? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got it too.
So this is NFL wild card week. I think you can actually say wild card. You just can't say Super Bowl. I learned the lesson the hard way because if you go to post YouTube and then in your title it says Super Bowl, they won't post it.
It's like NFL championship or something, or football championship.
Or just put NFL week 20 or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Or the big game or something. You know. The one radio show they used to say it backwards. They used to say Ooper say Obey.
That's a good way to get around it.
Yeah. Every year they would have their Ooper say Obey party. So wild card week, and you and I have the same pick. So let's have you lead off with some analysis.
All right. I bet it at 8. You bet it at 7.5. The Saints over the Vikings this weekend. The Saints are at home. They've been playing really well the last month of the season. They're the first 13-3 team to play on Wild Card Weekend in like a dozen years or something. I forget what the number was. I trust Drew Brees. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins doesn't win big games. Kirk Cousins doesn't win playoff games. The Vikings have some injuries in their secondary that could really hurt them. The Saints are healthy. They're in that dome. It's going to be loud. And I just think the Saints have an incredible advantage and should easily cover 8 points in that game. They've been blowing out everyone. Last week, they were favored by 13 against Carolina, and they won by 32. The week before that, they were favored by 7, I think, or 7.5 against Tennessee, and they won by 10. So this should I think this will be easily a 10-point game, if not more, just because I just think Kirk Cousins folds in these big moments. He's apparently he is the third worst winning percentage against teams that are at least 700 winning percentage. He's 0-12. The worst guy is 0-14, but he's 0-12. So I just don't see it. I don't see it with Minnesota. They played like crap the last 2 weeks. They played terribly against Green Bay at home, and then they played their B team against the Bears, and the Bears beat them. But they didn't play very well in that game either. I mean, I don't know how you see it, but that's the reasons why I picked the Saints.
So Drew Brees has almost reached 3,000 yards passing, and he didn't play in how many games?
5?
So if you compare, Cousins has 3,600 yards, and Brees has almost 3,000. Mm-hmm. And Brees didn't play in 5 games.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins didn't play in the last one, but yeah, so he had 4 more games than Brees, 4.5, because he left in the middle of a game against the Rams. So yeah, about 4.5 more games for Cousins than Brees, and he had almost the same amount of passing yards.
Leading rusher Alvin Kamara, almost 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Why doesn't he have 1,000 yards? What's his problem?
Nothing. It's just they spread the ball around. They have him and they have Murray in the backfield. They use these guys. For a while there, Kamara went like 10 weeks in between touchdowns. It was very bizarre. And they also have Michael Thomas, who's a dominant receiver. He set the record for most catches in the season this year.
He's led the NFL in receiving yards, 1,725.
Yeah, he had a monster season. I mean, he's averaging over 100 yards a game.
Well, that's not spreading the ball around if you're throwing to him all the time.
No, but in the backfield, they use those two guys. One's not dominant over the other. Whereas, yes, in the passing game, it's one guy, but he's such a dominant player, it just doesn't matter. And Jared Cook's a pretty good tight end, too. He's done some good stuff in the recent weeks. So it's not just a one-trick pony.
Are the Saints still using the two quarterbacks?
They use Taysom Hill sometimes. Yeah, he's like he does a variety of things. A utility guy. He plays some quarterback. He plays some running back. He'll play tight end. He'll play receiver. Special teams.
Saints defense is not as strong as the Vikings, but will be good enough to bend and not break against Cousins' led Viking offense. So we're covering 7.5 or 8, and we're looking at probably a 31-17 score.
Makes sense to me.
And they more than covered, what was it, a 13-point spread last week?
Yeah, they won by 32. Yeah, that was a very easy cover. Brian went on and on making fun of me, saying, you don't know what you're talking about. I have the pinky, and all that stuff. The Saints won't cover, blah, 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 and how afraid he is of big spreads, and then they kill him. They cover extremely easily. Shows what he knows.
And the big guru, Brian, what is his pick for this week?
I can look it up. I believe he picked.
He took the Titans as an underdog, I think.
Yes, he picked the Titans plus 4.5 at New England.
So what's your take on that?
I mean, I can see where he's coming from. Tennessee's played really well the second half of the season. New England has not. New England lost to the Dolphins to end the season, it cost them a bye in the playoffs. So that's why they're playing this weekend for the first time in 10 years. They're playing the wild card weekend. Brady didn't look very good. New England's offense just doesn't do much. But I just, it's difficult to count out the Patriots just because of who they are and their pedigree. But on paper, I think Tennessee is probably the better team with all the weapons they have, especially on offense. Patriot defense is good, but they can only do so much. Miami marched right down the field last week, like 85 yards to win the game, and New England couldn't do anything to stop them. It was pretty bad. The great, your boy Ryan Fitzpatrick there just killed them in the end. Now I don't know if Tannehill is going to do that. If he doesn't turn the ball over, they have a shot. But they have some good players from Tennessee.
The spread is still at like 4.5, 5.
Okay.
So we'll give them 4.5 or 5.
Okay.
Well, the other thing about going back to New Orleans is that with the cover of 7.5, 8, if they're up by a touchdown, you can't sit on that. You gotta try to expand that lead. So
Ryan said he's ready.
It's not a comfortable lead.
Yeah.
All right, tell him to call in. So, Buru BKO's pick. Tennessee riding high off a big win over Houston, which was my pick last week. Rushing champion is on the Titans, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's really good.
And a solid rush and a solid defense. New England losing three of its 5 regular season games. They're 0-3-1 against the spread in their last 4 versus an opponent with a winning record.
Hmm.
And have failed to cover the number in 5 of the last 6 versus an AFC opponent. Game has upset written all over it.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Titans don't win outright, they should be within the spread. Oh, he's on a separate call. Hang on. I said answer. It's not an answer. Let me send him another invite. Tell him I'm going to send him another invite.
Okay.
Because he's not joining the call. He's calling separately. He's doing the BKO move. Yeah, tell him not to call. Tell him to join the call. Yeah,
Are you sending him an invite?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. I see.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ryan, do you have any take on the Brewers pick of the Titans at a plus 4.5?
Is that what it's at? No, he didn't tell me why he picked it other than the fact that New England's playing like crap. So,
Well, it's at like a plus 4.5 right now. So.
Yeah, they're playing in Roxborough, so I mean they're tough. They're usually pretty tough to beat there. But other than that, no, he didn't really say. I think it's his gut. I think it's a gut pick.
You think?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't trust Ryan Tannehill myself, but then again, New England is not playing well offensively. So.
I said the same thing.
New England has lost 3 of its last 5 regular season games. They're 0-3-1 against the spread in the last 4. They failed to cover the number in 5 of the last 6 versus an AFC opponent. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. And also we mentioned, what did we say, Dan, about the... Oh, no, that was our pick. Does Tennessee have any league leaders in terms of rushing or receiving or anything?
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Rushed for 211 yards and 3 touchdowns to clinch the NFL rushing title. What was that? Is that in the last playoff game?
No, that was last week.
So he's the best rushing running back in the NFL.
Yes.
1,540 yards, 16 touchdowns. Their leading receiver is A.J. Brown. 1,051 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Is he the kid that's related to Antonio?
What's that?
Is he the kid related to Antonio Brown? There is one that's related.
I think he might be
in the NFL. I just don't know if that's him.
Could be him. I think he might be his cousin.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Logan Ryan leading the NFL in tackles with 113. Okay, Ryan, let's have your pick.
I am picking the Seattle Seahawks. It was 2 when they were -2 when I bet at the lines at 1.5. I'm sticking with it. They're playing here in Philadelphia. Philadelphia's receivers aren't that great. The running game isn't that great. Carson Wentz, he puts up okay numbers with what he's got, but even though Seattle's defense isn't what it used to be, I still think they are better than what they. Well, that looks like the Blue calling in. And it's a small line, so I think Seattle's going to win the game outright, and they'll win by more than a field goal. If they don't, I'll be shocked. The Eagles' secondary is terrible, even though they've got a good rush defense. I think it's going to be Russell Wilson win the day for Seattle. I guess that game is tomorrow. Tomorrow at 4:40. So that's what I'm going with.
The only thing I'll say about Seattle is they've covered as the underdog in their last 2 road playoff losses, but they've been by a combined 4 points. They played some tight games.
Yeah, even if they win by a field goal, it's I covered.
True.
And I think the weather's supposed to be, I don't know, was it supposed not to be terrible? Maybe a little windy tomorrow. I don't think they're supposed to have any rain.
No rain. I don't think the wind. They said the wind's supposed to diminish by game time. I mean, it still could be a little bit of a factor, but it's supposed to be very windy in the morning. But in the afternoon, it's supposed to be okay. So I don't know how it's going to work for field goal. I don't know whether you're going to see some teams be a little more aggressive. We'll have to see.
It'll be interesting to see what's his name, how they use if they use Marshawn Lynch at all. They re-signed him, so that'll be interesting.
I think he's going to play a lot.
I would think so too.
Was he injured or something?
No, they just signed him.
He was out of football for a year and a half.
That's what I thought. I haven't heard his name all season.
Yeah. But he probably knows the offense, so I would imagine.
And who signed him?
Seattle.
So this is his first game all season.
Yes.
No, second game.
Second game. Did he play? He did play 1 game, right?
Yeah, he played last week. He played 20 snaps or something.
How did he do?
Okay, nothing spectacular. I think he scored a touchdown.
All right, BKO called in on the other line, so we'll see if he has anything to add to his pick. Brian, can you hear me? We already covered your pick, but you can do it again. New Orleans.
He backed off Ryan. No, Dan. You backed off Dan.
No, I just picked the winning team. All right, go ahead.
Well, actually, I was just watching NFL Network. I get just a stat. Derrick Henry's the lead running back for the Titans, so I picked the Titans. I think they're plus 4.5. They just had a stat there. Henry since week 10 has 150 yards in every game since week 10, averaging 6.4 yards per carry. And even though New England has a really good defense this year, 4 of the top 6 running backs that the Patriots have played, they've allowed over 100 yards this year to the top running backs. I think the Titans are going to run the ball. Well, Henry's the best running back in the league. He's got 1,600 yards rushing. I think they can play action off the run. A.J. Brown's become a really good wide receiver for the Titans lately, last 3 or 4 games. So they're going to do some play action. Ryan Tannehill has been one of the best quarterbacks. He came into the league halfway through the season, I think week 6 or 7. He's been, his passer rating is one of the top in the league. Now, defensively, the Titans are only average on defense, but I think the Patriots, they're not very good on offense. I think Brady is a lot older in the tooth now. He really doesn't have any speed on the outside. He's got Edelman, who the defense can double. Anyway, I think it's going to be I actually think it's going to be somewhat of a high-scoring game. I think the Texans will win it actually outright. So I know that the Patriots are favored by 4.5. But I'm going to take the Titans. Not only they cover the 4.5, I think the Titans win outright, 27-24. And I also like the fact that Vrabel, who's the head coach of the Titans, used to play for the Patriots, so he knows Belichick how Belichick thinks. Anyway, for all those reasons, I think the Titans are going to not only cover, I think they're going to win outright.
Okay, there you have the picks. Two of the on-air talents are picking the Saints at 7.5, 8-ish. That would be myself and Danny D. Ryan, you're picking the Seahawks, correct?
Yeah, Seahawks. Yep.
And they're at a minus 3?
Minus 1.5 right now. Minus 1.5 right now.
And
let me see.
Guru,
Yep.
BKO, picking up the rear with the Houston Oilers Titans at a plus 4.5 up in Foxborough. All right, fellas, good luck. I'll see you next week.
All right, see you next week.
Good luck.